You kept invading my space.
That's the game. Like, you just attack people.
Leave me alone.
It's not a building game. It's not a Agricola. You freaking attack people.
Grow my wood and ores and stuff.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Mike.
And I'm Kim.
That's Goosey. Goosey's getting slapped. And you're watching Tabletop Turtle. And today, we have our monthly roundup video. This is all the games that we played this month. Oh, well, the best games that we played this month. Played a decent amount of new games, and we got to play in a new board game cafe, Snakes and Lattes in Toronto. Because we were there visiting friends, and doing work stuff. It's a good place. If you've ever been to Snakes and Lattes, it's pretty awesome. I think it's franchised now. There's like 3 in the city, and then I think there's like 6 elsewhere. There's a bunch of
5 in the city.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive for like a board game cafe in Canada to
the food and drinks were good too.
They were good. Yeah, so there we played a party game called Just One. Just One won the Spiel des Jahres, I think, in 1999.
What?
I think it was 1999. It might have been later than that. Probably is later than that. But like, it didn't feel deserving of the Spiel. Like,
really?
It didn't. I don't know. That's like Game of the Year, and you game. Okay, if you don't know what it is, it's a party game where
it's like new Game of the Year.
Yeah, it's a party game that's cooperative, and you sort of go around. I don't even know how you score because nobody keeps scoring party games. I think you do, but nobody keeps scoring party games, you know, because nobody cares. You just sit and have fun. But you go around, and essentially what happens is one person picks from a card that they can't see a number, and that number corresponds to 5 different words. And
so you know each number, 1 to 5, each number corresponds to 1 word.
Yeah, and what you're trying to do is make that person guess the word without actually writing the word. You know, so if it says branch, or so tree, if it says tree, that's the word, you might write branch. You know, something like that.
So it might write fruit. Or,
yeah. And if at any time where 2 people have the same guess, the same clue, it gets erased, and that person doesn't even get to see it. So that's the tricky portion. It's clever. It's a clever, good party game.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. It makes sense that it's a different type of party game for sure. But I think that's kind of why it's like popular, because it's such a lightweight game. Anyone can play it. Anyone can learn it. It's not
like a Codenames type thing.
It doesn't even take 2 minutes to learn this game.
No.
That's why I'd say it's such a good game.
Yeah, no, it's solid. I was just surprised that it won Game of the Year. Like, it beats out like regular games. But I guess party games are regular games. It's condescending towards party games to belittle them so much. I do like party games. We just don't play a lot of party games. We play heavier games.
If it's 2 people, there's no real party.
Up next is My Shelfie, which was really popular online for like about a month, and then nobody talks about it anymore.
I saw so many people on like Instagram and stuff playing it, and I was like, I really want to try this game. I really want to try this
Guaranteed the
game.
Publisher was just like, boom, take.
Why did you send it to us?
Because we didn't exist at the time. But My Shelfie, if you don't know what it is, it's like you're dropping these tiles into like a Connect 4 type display, and you want to just connect similar colors, and you want to build specific patterns as dictated by public objectives and your own private objective. You get points and stuff. It was decent. It was a cute little game.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was really good for a lightweight, cute little game.
Yeah.
But and it allows for I don't know how many players, but we played 3 players, and it was still very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good lightweight game.
Not much strategy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not really. There's some parts like you gotta think a little bit about how to maximize your points, but there wasn't really any kind of interaction between players.
A lot of the turns felt obvious too, a little bit.
And it's very limited because you can only take different tiles in a row. Like, they have to be connected, and they have to have an open side to them. It was quite restrictive into what you can take.
It sort of does a kingmaker thing too, by accident. What I mean by that is like, whoever's to the left of an inexperienced person gets the benefit. Why? Because that person could accidentally set up the next person's turn so easily, whereas experienced players won't set you up.
No.
It's true.
I think Mike is extremely exaggerating this, and also it's so out of context, because that's true for any game. That's true for any game ever. But that experienced players itself that's not the right term for it. It's selfish players. It's certain people
who are good at games.
No, really care about not just
winning.
Everyone cares about setting themselves up for success and winning and doing the best possible move, right? Being the most having the optimal combination of steps. Only some people, not everybody, will only do that combination if strong enough. It doesn't help their opponents in any way possible. If you know you're helping your opponent at all, then you won't do it. And that's what I would call a selfish player.
I mean, play to win. I don't know. We're not all in this together. What the heck? And the next game we played was Kabutos. Cubitos.
Cubitos.
Yeah, we still haven't figured out how to pronounce that game.
I'm calling Cubitos.
But we played it again, and I'm still kind of unimpressed. I don't know. Might sell it.
I like it.
It's just so random. Like, I know it's dice, so it is random.
It's dice rolling, so it's fun.
But there's just times when, like, you'll buy really good dice, and you'll buy the same dice other people have, but they'll roll what you don't roll. You know, like you want to roll feet, but you never roll it. So now you just have this sick dice that you spend a bunch of money on, and then you don't get what you want.
Some people in their feet, you know, they're just obsessed with their feet.
If you don't know what the game is, basically it's a race game where it's sort of like Warriors. You can purchase different dice. And they have different values and stuff, and they provide different powers to help you move around this track.
And then you just roll dice. You have like a main like character or a main, I guess, meeple, avatar, whatever, and that person's like in a race. And the way to make them move is based on your dice roll. But then your dice roll also gives you purchase power, like coins, basically, to actually buy other dice to add into your
like a dice builder game, like a deck builder, but dice builder.
Yeah, and it's so cute and so fun, and
it's cute.
There's so many different types of characters, so you have like a set number of like different types of dice available in the game total. But every time you play, you can draw a different character card, and so the different colors of dice have different powers.
Yeah,
it's a little different every time.
True. Yeah, a little different, but boring. Next game.
These isn't like luck-based games.
And the next one is Marvel Remix, which I think has been out for a while. I think originally it was Fantasy Realms. It's pretty solid. Like, it's such a simple little card game where you're just basically just trying to build a specific pattern or set, and everybody kind of goes around and does the same thing, and you can discard and whatnot. But yeah, it's really clever. It plays super fast, like 10-15 minute game. You can explain it really easily. I've been trying to find the Marvel Remix one, because that's the one we played. I know I've played Fantasy Realms before, and I think I like the Marvel one more. It had a bit more meat to it. I don't know why this meant meat, but this is not the symbol for meat. No, that's
worse. That's worse.
But it was good. I don't know what else.
I agree. It was a pretty. To me, that's a very average game. It was like satisfactory, not like satisfying. It's just good.
It's a filler game. It's a filler game. Nobody's coming over to your house to play Marvel Remix, but you know, it's just something you bust out between games or at the end of the night, beginning of the night.
Like you said, I feel like that style of game has been done before, and like it's done well with this Marvel version.
That's good.
It's to me not that memorable a game.
And then next up we have Northguard, Uncharted Lands, which I really wanted to love because I really like the video game. It's if you're not familiar with the video game, it's an RTS. It's really well done. But this game, it was okay. It's dudes on a map. You go around conquering other dudes and building buildings, and it was fine. It was fine.
So I never had the video game before. I sort of really play any video games or anything like that. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Love might be a bit strong, but I really enjoyed it, definitely. Okay. And not just because I won.
Probably just because you won.
That definitely helps, for sure. But I do really enjoy how you can kind of build the strength of your location the territory that you own, the powers.
With the buildings, I guess.
So adding the buildings in, so your building can produce like food or wood or something. Yeah. And if you are strategic, you can space yourself out in different areas that don't have any other opponents, and just make yourself industrialize yourself. Make yourself a manufacturing machine, so you're constantly producing lots of stuff and collect it, so you can achieve those end of game objectives and stuff like that. So
you can turtle basically. It's just like an RTS game. You can kind of go off into the corner of the map and turtle, which is basically just hiding away from everybody.
I think I've heard that from Minecraft stuff.
You might be able to turtle in Minecraft, I don't know.
I don't do Minecraft. I don't know what it means.
But yeah, it's like...
But we have a channel about turtles.
Oh, that's true. But
strategy.
It was decent. It was decent. I wouldn't buy it. I'd certainly play it again if you busted it out, but...
I would buy it. Depends how much it is. We got to be financially stable here. So one of us has to be the financially dependable one.
You'll know if you've seen another haul video. You probably will not.
We'll see. We'll see the play again. If he wins one time, he might want to buy it.
Who knows?
Yeah, but I didn't love the forced war part.
Well, it's a war game, kind of. But that is what it is. Like you
kept invading my space.
That's the game. Like, you just attack people.
Leave me alone.
It's not a building game. It's not a curricula. You freaking attack people.
Grow my wood.
No.
And ores and stuff.
And then next up, we have 7 Wonders Architects. And then that's it. What else is it to say? Game sucks. I have no idea why people like this game. I don't get it. It felt like every turn just played itself.
It is the worst Seven Wonders game. It's the super easy version. It's cute.
It's easy to...
You start with a building and you gotta flip your building pieces. So it's like the super easy, cute version. But I feel like
you draft a card from the person to your right or to the stack to your left.
I feel like you have like this regular Seven Wonders. Then you have Seven Wonders Duel, and it's like, you know, for couples and pairs. And then you have the Architects version for kids.
But like, I don't know why you needed to simplify Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders is like a hit. It's like it's a hit amongst people who don't even game. Like it's huge. It's so easy.
Like I'm saying, it's for kids.
I guess my child's Seven Wonders. Yeah, it was just so boring. Like I don't mind simple. Oh, I said Marvel Redux. Marvel Redux is super simple, but like there has
remix or Redux.
Remix. But like there has to be something to it. It has to be. I want to feel like I'm making an interesting decision.
It almost feels like luck based. Once you flipping cards and you flip cards.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, no, because you can choose from the stack that you want. So you see two face up, but one of them's face down.
What do you mean?
I think the one on the center is face down, but the left, the person on your left.
Yeah, but it's still like luck based.
Like Seven Wonders Duel blows that out of the water. Like it's just so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing much to say with Seven Wonders Architects. It sucks. If you like it, let us know in the comments.
I love
I'll make fun of you.
I love the dual version. I love the original version. So this just felt like such a letdown.
It's the worst one.
Yeah.
And that's Seven Wonders Architects. Don't buy it. And then next we played Tobago, which is a game I've had in my collection for years. I've had it in years. Playing it again reminded me how great it is in terms of like a good family game that you can bust out with your friends, your family, your grandma, whoever, even people that don't play games. It's pretty easy. And if you're not familiar with the game, you essentially control this little RV, you roll around the map and you're digging up treasure, but what's happening is that you're reducing the amount of locations that the treasure can be located, because there'll be like, I think there's 4 or 5 different treasures, and each player gets to place a card underneath a certain treasure stack, and what you're doing is you're narrowing it down to where that treasure could be. So you could say things like, it's not within 2 hexes of a hut, it's in the largest forest. It's very well done. And then when somebody goes to move their RV and dig it up, you basically start doing a sort of push your luck thing with the treasure cards. And then you're supposed to get whoever has the most treasure at the end of the game wins. It's really well done. It's cool. It's got sick pieces, like those little Easter Island statues. They're so cool.
This game really surprised me. Mainly because I wasn't paying attention when Mike was doing the game or when we were playing it.
That's a good way to be surprised. Just don't pay attention.
It honestly is, and every game's like, ooh, it's so interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. But it was a lot smarter than I thought
it is.
Looked.
It's
because
easy, smart.
Each like those cards that say like inside, outside, it's all iconography. It's not actually like words. So when you don't pay attention, you look at the cards like, what is this? Like, there's no words on these. I'm supposed to read that.
Yes. Kim's pro tip of the day: if you don't pay attention to the rules, the game won't make any sense.
But it'll be fun. It'll be extra fun.
Yes.
But once you re-explained it, or as I asked a million questions, I put 2 and 2 together. It was so interesting. It was like one of those, not like a deduction game, but it felt like a smart game. It wasn't something that required, I feel like a lot of board games, it needs to be fairly complex for you to need to really have strategy, for it to be a strategic type game. And I really, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Well, I think that's what's really impressive, when a game is able to be simple but still offer a ton of depth.
Exactly.
Like something like Concordia. Concordia, I can teach easily. It's so simple.
No, this isn't about other games. It's about
yeah. When you have a game that's like you were saying, it's fairly simple. It seems simple, but then there's like, there's tons of different things that I can do.
Yeah, so it allows for people that don't play board games and stuff normally, or may not be very good at those kind of games, to grasp the game quickly and play quickly. But it also allows people that are more advanced players to be like, still get that satisfaction from like thinking ahead and like planning how the whole game goes. Did I win that game?
I don't know. I thought I did. Pretty sure I won. Oh yeah, I won by a mile. I had so many treasure cards, and I didn't have a single curse card. There's 2 curse cards in the game, and I didn't get either.
Yes, the game sucks. Go get the game.
I didn't get cursed. You have to be ready for the curse. That's why you need medallions. You have to have medallions because they're like a insurance investment. It's an insurance policy.
Always have insurance.
Yes, always have insurance, always have medallions.
You're learning life lessons from us here. Board games teach you so much.
Yeah, exactly. And that wraps it up. That was all the games we played this month, or at least, no, we played a lot more than that, but that was the ones that stood out.
The highlights and lowlights of our month, I'd say.
That was the stinkers, that was the winners.
Yeah, the ones that because a lot of the games we normally play are just we've talked about it before.
Yeah, we play a lot of
Or, like,
games
they're like our favorites.
in our rotation.
And it's kind of like, what's the point of telling you, you know, we told you we like them, we love it.
Like we play Ark Nova every other month, or like sometimes once a month. So it's like, how many times are we going to talk about Ark Nova? You know?
Yeah, it's great. Period.
The end. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, right.
Give us a big ol' please. And
Yeah, like, subscribe, thumb up the channel. That's all I got. That's all, I think.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for-
Bye.
Bye, guys.